what's gonna
This one I
happen. But like,
remember
oh,
because I was so adamant that we shouldn't do it. And then like everyone was like, fucking nah, it's all good. So here's the context. Basically, there was a Nas concert. Me and Dennis, big Nas fans, so we got a bit of a crew going who listened to
Was
hip
there
hop
a
and stuff
crew?
like that. Yeah, Fat John, Song, Skinny Joe, I think was there too, from
I
memory.
thought it was just you and me. Okay, right, right.
No, 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 no. Well, this is the thing, and then this was back when my place was the drug capital, the
Mm,
Camsey one, the Camsey apartment, because like I didn't have any folks, right? So,
yeah,
anyway, so it was like classic. We all met up in Camsey. It would have been like a Friday night or Saturday night, whatever. So we all
yeah.
meet up at my place. Had a feed. I remember like the feed in the fucking main streets, and then we decided. I don't know if you guys remember, but like, so what we did was we went back to mine, we rolled the J's up, like old
Yes, I
school
remember
style,
that.
where
I remember that. Put
yeah,
it in
because
the
we used to,
in the cigarette packet.
yeah, so the old school, like you'd roll out the cigarette and then
Yeah,
you'd
yeah,
put
yeah.
it in the cigarette, and then, I had my big black, like Korean shikdak table, and then would like roll it up like freaking, like some kind of Colombian freaking, Pablo Escobar shit. And then, yeah, like, so we all rolled it up, and then we're like, all right, how should we take him in? And then like I was like, guys, we should split it up. So if one of us gets caught, at least we're gonna still have some to smoke at the concert. And I think pretty sure it was you. It was like, nah, nah, nah. It should just go to one guy. So like it's like less
Minimize
risk
the
for everyone
risk.
else. Minimize the risk. But I'm like, yeah, but you're not thinking about the risk of not having any if that guy gets caught. I don't know. And for some reason, I'm getting outnumbered here. And I'm like, what's going on? And then like everyone's like, yeah, yeah, nah, one guy take it in.
Yeah,
And I'm like, all right, I'm outnumbered. What can I do?
yeah,
Democracy.
yeah, yeah,
And then we had to decide who takes it in. And I
yeah,
don't even
yeah.
remember, but we went to like that, this random like park, like near, like, it's like a just not even a park, it's like patch of grass in Campsie or whatever. And we all stood around in a circle and we literally like did rock, scissors, paper to
Nice,
decide who takes it in.
nice.
And then of course it's me, right?
Yeah,
So of
yeah,
course it's me. And I'm like, oh, guys, man, this is a bad idea. And they're like, no, 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 you're just saying that because you lost, blah, blah, blah.
yeah, yeah. You
Obviously,
should have
like,
said that before you lost it. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
yeah. And then, so I put it in my diary packet, obviously, and then it's with my diary. So I'm holding like literally, half the deck was J's. So we had like 10, 12
Shit,
J's,
was it
whatever
that
it
many? Was
was.
it that many?
Yeah, because it was like five of us or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah. Okay,
right?
okay.
And
Right.
then, we planned to smoke after and whatever. We just,
Yeah,
we wanted to make sure we were stacked. And it was at Enmore at Newtown.
yeah.
So we get there. I can't remember if we drove or whatever. And then
We
we're
drove.
lining up. Yeah, yeah. And then we're lining up. And then straight away, sniffer dogs are there. And I'm like, man. And then it was like too late. And then obviously everyone's like, crap, like, what are we going to do? And then literally, sniffer dog just comes straight up to me, sits down, and then looks up. And I'm like, GG. And then, like, cop walks up to me. He goes, are you holding any drugs? And I'm like, yeah, I'm holding some J's. And then he's like, all right, come around the corner, blah, blah, blah. And I remember because they interviewed you as well, because they were like asking stupid questions like, oh, like, where'd you get the weed from and shit? Like, or some shit like that, eh? I can't
Dude,
remember.
I can't. I remember like the moment. I remember the dog. Like I remember us thinking, "Ah, fuck," and then yeah, 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 going around the corner. So why was it just only you and me?
Oh, well, I can't
Everyone
remember if
did-
they interviewed the others. I can't
Right,
remember
right.
if they interviewed the others, but
Yeah.
like they took. But you remember getting interviewed, yeah? Because I remember they interviewed
No,
you,
I don't.
right?
I don't.
Okay,
No.
like, and like ask questions or whatever, and then like took me to the corner and they start weighing up the J's. They like weighed nothing, obviously. Like
Yeah.
they couldn't do shit to me. So they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna take your J's and we're gonna give you, like, I don't know if it still exists, that law, but like it's not a record, but you get like this thing where like, oh, if you do this three times, then like you have to go to court or something
Right, right, right.
to be like, oh, why are you smoking weed or some shit. I don't know if it exists anymore.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, yeah, like, but yeah, like it's just basically to scare uni kids,
yeah,
I think, pretty
yeah.
much, which is exactly what
Mm,
it does,
mm.
pretty much. And then, but we're in uni. They know what's up. It's a hip hop concert, so they just took our Jace. But
There
I was
was
just more pissed
so
that
much
like,
weed in that concert.
yeah, yeah, and I was just so pissed that we had no Jays, and I'm like, oh my god, now we don't have Jays, and then like, yeah, so we basically went to that concert with no Jays, and then that was it.
That's
That's
all
the
right. Still a
story.
good concert. That was like we could
Yeah.
basically passively smoke there anyway because there was so much weed in there.
Yeah, a bit of a yarn, a bit of a yarn. But
Yeah.
yeah,